Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I can tell you the story of my life is the business. I just believe that America is the only country where you can come with no penny and you can become there. You believe in yourself. Definitely, you go through discrimination, rejection. A lot of people don't persist or pursue what they want because they're afraid of rejection and disappointment. I can tell you those are the ingredients that I utilize to become who I am today. I'm not saying that I have anything, but I'm everything in Christ. So over the years, I decided that 9 to 5 wasn't going to cut it for me, because you can never build wealth sitting in one place from 9 to 5. If you can count, don't let me speak. If you can count, if you know how much money got in the bank, you're poor, because wealthy people don't only know their worth. They don't know how much they have in the bank. Thank you so much for having me, and I'm
No problem.
you guys are out here, because without a channel like yours, it is virtually impossible for people to know what's going on. So that's why I'm encouraging communication, this kind of assets that you guys are giving to people. But the question is very, very important. I just know that you cannot minister where you haven't bled. The point is that I came here right after high school. The goal was to go to college, get a degree, and go back home, but things changed, and we decided to stay. At the point, I didn't know whether I was going or coming. You have a job, nothing changes in your life, the same pattern. And then you watch TV, you see people that are living like kings and queens. You like, our God is no respecter of persons. If he can do it for them, he can do it for me too. First of all, I'm in the land of the free. America is the most compassionate country in the world. In as much as people have issue with it, for me, that doesn't mean I've not faced discrimination. That doesn't mean I've not faced, disadvantages or disappointment. But when I compare if I compare it to where I come from, it is easier for me to take rejection and disappointment as a sojourner in a foreign country. But to take that from where you come from is harder. You follow me? So I knew for a fact that since America is a country where you can come as a foreigner, and if you have a vision, you understand what it is that you want out of life, all you need to do is to believe in yourself, step out of that comfort zone. Who here would like to be wealthy? I know he asked me a question, but I'm trying to preach. Okay? So, listen, when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired,
Amen.
That's what I want you to do.
Amen.
Just get sick and tired. I said, Lord, there are a lot of women who need help. Because you see, if you can get a woman to be empowered, then the whole family is covered. So I knew that I had to get involved in something greater and bigger than myself. So I came up with an idea that I can empower the women, because empowerment is what changed my life. So we formulated the idea. I started speaking with blacks in government. I traveled national, international, Liberia, and everywhere else, helping women. All of a sudden, God gives everybody a vision. Amen. The question is, what are you doing with yours? When I hear it, I run with it. Even if I don't know how it's going to work out. All of a sudden, women, I was going through a challenge at the time, and someone said to me, Morgan, you're a woman that is empowered to achieve the impossible. I'm like, how? He says, write a book. You get it? Yeah. All of a sudden, Witati came about, women empowered to achieve the impossible. So if that can inspire me, it means I can use it to inspire other women around the world. And today we are locally, nationally, and internationally, because I believe that I dare to step out in faith and do something. Your belief is nothing if you cannot actualize it. But at the point, it's not stepping out. I decided I was going to get over the fear. Because you see, when you see a person who is a white person or Chinese, just because they don't look like you, you're afraid, you don't want to go talk to them. But I know that without change, there will not be change. I just got up one day, I said, I'm sick and tired of this. And I knew for a fact I can work from now 24 hours a day. By the time they take the taxes and everything else, you still don't have any money. So I realized that the only way that I can account for why I came to America is to dare to do what Americans do. Become an entrepreneur, even with no means in sight. Because in America, as long as you know that you are the asset and not the money, and you're willing to sacrifice for what you believe in, that no matter what your accent is, because a lot of Africans are afraid to speak to others because they think they have an accent.
Amen. Our brother, he has a question for you.
Yes, brother.
Ouais, j'ai une question, je crois que vous allez me traduire.
He has a question.
Sure.
Presque tout le monde pose cette question.
Everybody tends to ask this question.
Sure.
Quel est le rôle
What is the role
Yes.
de la femme immigrée
of the immigrant woman
ici dans le pays que nous sommes?
here in America?
Okay. So I want to make it, what is the role of the immigrant family in America?
Women, immigrant.
The
Le
immigrant.
rôle que la femme joue.
What's the role? What's the role that women immigrants can play in America here?
Let me tell you, I was just having that conversation with Brother Adrian. Thank you so much, brother, for the question and having the courage to speak. Because if you don't speak up for yourself, nobody else would. The role of immigrant women in America, really, you see, the theme for our next year conference is called "To Educate a Woman is to Change the World," and the subcaption is, "It is better to educate a girl than to fix a woman." Because a girl that is uneducated, no matter what you try to do at an adult age, to fix her is almost impossible. So I will die to make sure that that little girl right there gets education. The role of a woman is to make sure that even when the man says, we can't do, say, no, yes, I can, because I'm in a free land. In America, freedom that you have can allow you to do things you wouldn't be able to do in other parts of the world. See, the woman is the most creative. Not to say that our brothers are not creative. We're not afraid to try. We are the one that will go look at where we can go to do better and bring our people home cleverly. The women are the one who really knows how to. They are the ones who don't do the research. So if you're a woman here and your family is suffering, you need to get out.
Et que ta famille est en train de souffrir, tu dois vraiment sortir.
You get it?
Yes.
So the women are not, you see, I've been married for 27 years. My husband John Derek is over there. My women empowerment is not the one that pushes down or talks down at men.
Le projet d'encourager les mamans, ce n'est pas pour décourager les papas.
Do you follow me? Because when a woman is empowered, her husband is equally empowered. So we don't look down on our men. I've been married for 27 years and my husband is my best friend. He supports me. I just took time one day and said to my husband that as a woman from Africa, I'm from Nigeria.
Comme une femme africaine, je suis de Nigeria.
This cannot be the reason why we came to America.
Ce n'est pas la raison pour laquelle nous sommes venus.
No matter how we got here.
Quelle que soit la moyenne.
Whether a refugee.
Peut-être que je suis
or you came here as a student.
Peut-être comme un
It
étudiant.
doesn't matter.
But
what matters is our mentality as to who we are and where we are right now.
Ce qui est important, c'est notre mentalité, qui nous sommes aujourd'hui et qu'est-ce que nous planifions de faire.
So the point is.
Donc le point est ici.
I really think I hold the women responsible.
Donc je prends vraiment la responsabilité sur
Not
les femmes.
to let you guys out of the hook, though.
I'm not, je ne laisse pas les papas libres.
But I do know that the women got the power
Mais je
to
sais que
bring
les
the
femmes
information.
ont vraiment la puissance d'amener cette
My
information.
husband can tell you
Mon mari peut vous dire
that most of the information we used to change our lives, I brought it into the family.
toutes les informations que j'ai amenées pour changer ma famille, j'ai amené ça sur la table.
So we are the nurturers.
Nous sommes les mamans qui
We are
donnent la
the
nourriture.
ones that will make our family whole.
Nous sommes les femmes qui peuvent mettre notre famille ensemble comme
So whoever you are, do not look down on your men.
Donc où tu es, ne regarde pas ton mari.
You can be the one to use the talent God is giving you to nurture your family and be the one to go get the information to change the family as
Tu
a
peux être
whole.
la femme qui doit aller prendre l'information et mener le changement dans ta famille.
God, you see, you can never achieve anything in life until you are comfortable with who you are. If you are not self-accepting of everything about you, then nobody else will, because self-validation must come before the public can validate you. For me, you know what I say to the people? Now they say to me, oh, you speak almost like an American. I say, please don't give me that as a compliment. I don't try to be anybody but myself. But guess what? If you go to where I come from, you would have an accent. Accent is a relative thing depending on where you are, what the majority of the people speak. So for me, that's what distinguishes me from you. And that means I can use it. As a matter of fact, when I said I was going to be a motivational speaker, which I was discovered, a friend of mine, that's why you got to be careful who you share your ideas with. And she said, wait a minute, you have an accent, who's going to listen to you? Then I remembered about a book I read called Think and Grow Rich. And I remembered about what that book did to me. That the thing that people see to be the disadvantage, if you know how to flip it over, can be your advantage. Now when I speak, people go, oh, that's that lady. So I embrace all that I am.
Our sister Margaret. And study shows that African immigrants in this region are among those who really study far in their lives. And study shows also, and women Africans that are the one among who work really hard. And some of them even work harder than their husbands. But at the same time, we also see and the social conditions of the family of immigrants are really we are not good at all. In Montgomery County, for example, the rate of divorce is high in African immigrants. What is the role of the women in that case? African women immigrants in this case.
Yeah.
How can we change that issue?
That's a great question. One thing I'll
C'est
do,
une
I'd
question très importante.
like to propose
J'aimerais proposer
that we have a symposium
que nous aurons un symposium
outside of this forum,
après ce forum.
because that's a very important question and issue.
Et c'est une question très importante et un problème très sérieux.
So I would like you to make a note of it.
Donc on va prendre note
At a later time,
et plus tard,
we can schedule, whether in a church setting or some other,
on peut programmer peut-être à l'église ou ailleurs.
because this is a major issue in our community
Et c'est
today.
vraiment un problème très sérieux dans notre communauté.
But I will answer it temporarily
Mais
here.
je veux vous donner une réponse rapidement ici.
Now, there are so many factors that lead to that.
Il y a beaucoup de facteurs qui poussent que cela
In
arrive.
fact, I get people asking me, how have you been able to be married to the same man for 27
Et
years?
beaucoup de gens me demandent comment je suis resté marié pour toutes ces années.
Now,
Maintenant,
most of the women that come in,
la plupart des femmes qui viennent,
what happens is
ce qui arrive,
other women who are divorced tend to talk to them about how they should not let their men control them.
les autres femmes qui sont déjà divorcées disent à ces femmes-là de ne pas accepter certaines conditions de leur mari.
And the truth of the matter
Et
is,
la vérité est que
the system
le système
is a little bit more lenient towards women.
Le système ici est un peu plus avantageux pour les femmes.
You follow me?
Vous
So
suivez?
the women tend to get into the nursing or other area that allows them to get a job sooner than their husband.
Donc les femmes ont tendance à trouver leur boulot plus rapidement que les hommes.
Then what happens is, as soon as they start making a few dollars more than the man,
Ce qui arrive est que au moment où ils commencent à faire un peu plus d'argent que leur
they
mari,
start to define their relationship by how much money they have
et maintenant
than their husband
ils
has.
définissent maintenant leur relation en fonction de combien ils sont en train d'amener à la maison comparé à leur mari.
But that should not be the foundation of a relationship
Et
between a
ça ne
husband and
doit pas
wife.
être la fondation entre la relation entre un mari et une femme.
It doesn't matter who makes more money than the other person.
Ça ne porte peu qui amène plus d'argent dans la maison.
The minute you unite as one,
Le moment où vous
everything is the
êtes
same.
ensemble comme unité, tout devient un.
And I'll give you an example with myself.
Et je vous donne l'exemple de
My
moi-même.
husband is always in the background when I speak and do what I do.
Mon mari est toujours derrière moi quand je fais ce que je fais.
But when we get home,
Mais
he
quand-
is the head of the
Mais quand on
household.
rentre à la maison, il est le chef de la
I
maison.
never get ahead of myself just because I'm up front. My husband is less than I
Je ne veux
am.
pas aller devant lui puisque je suis maintenant la personne qui est en train de faire le business
So it
devant.
means that these women need to be orientated in the way that when they come, somebody who has been here a little longer, a little
Donc
successful,
nos femmes doivent comprendre qu'ils doivent se programmer que même s'ils sont ici pendant plus longtemps,
so that we can talk to them and let them understand the importance of staying whole as a family, no matter who makes the most
et ils
money.
doivent comprendre combien c'est important de rester en unité dans une famille, quel que soit si elle amène plus d'argent dans la
And
maison.
not take the advice of some people you may not even know where they're coming from when they tell you things contrary to what it should be in your
Et ne
family.
pas suivre les conseils de ces femmes qui viennent de ne sais je sais où et qui peuvent compliquer la vie de votre famille.
So the answer to this, as far as I'm concerned,
Donc la réponse à ce problème pour moi,
is that we need to have a constant forum
donc nous devons continuellement avoir un forum
where these women can be talked to and shared and educated
Où les-
about the importance of
où
it.
toutes ces femmes doivent être éduquées et vraiment suivre l'importance de ce mariage.
In fact, I alluded to it earlier when I spoke,
Et j'ai mentionné cela quelques minutes avant quand je
that I
parlais.
do not see our women in any conference outside the community where we wear our African dress and tie our head wrap at night.
Je ne vois pas nos femmes africaines à part dans ces conférences là où nous parlons de notre style africain.
Because you are as strong and powerful as the environment that you confine yourself in.
Donc tu deviens plus fort dans l'environnement là où tu te mets pratiquement.
When you know better, you do better.
Quand tu connais plus, tu fais mieux.
So when you constrict yourself to the same small knowledge you had all along, you are prone to be vulnerable when an enemy comes to steal from
Donc
you,
si
but
tu
you don't
restes
understand.
seulement dans un petit environnement, tu deviens vulnérable quand l'ennemi attaque.
Exactly. Inferiority complex is a state of mind. When people, like some of our women that bleach themselves, they are
You're not lying about that. She's not lying.
women that bleach is because somewhere along the line, somebody told them to be dark skinned is not pretty. And they now thought that to bleach, and they never successfully do it because by the time they finish, their fingers and their faces look like patches of, you know. I'm not trying to bully anybody, but I'm saying don't let anybody make you run in the direction you have no business going. You follow me? Because if you know that you had no part to play in how you came to this world, who are you to try to change the person that God has created? You follow me? So that's very, very important. I believe in empowerment. I believe in inspiration. And I believe in the audacity to be yourself. If you have the audacity to believe in yourself, even when the whole world hates you, you have a God that we serve. And He's the only one who made you the way you are, came out of the condition that you came out of. He will never abandon you as long as you do not abandon your God. So often it's not that God has abandoned us, but we abandoned Him because we took to the ways of man instead of the ways of God.
So, how long have you been going about doing this? Are you the only one, or you have other group out there?
Our organization is called Women Empowered to Achieve the Impossible, Witati.com, just like you have it here. Witati.com is an international organization. We have local members, we have national members. We're beginning to open different chapters in Florida, South Carolina, Sierra Leone, Cameroon, Nigeria. We're really very big. Some of the women were here earlier, but one of them wasn't feeling too well, our COO, Brenda Chavez, so they had to take her back home. And the thing is, every woman is a Witatian. They may not know. A Witatian is a woman who has achieved impossible or is willing to go and achieve impossible. So I know for a fact that if we can get Witati to everywhere in the world, and that's the vision God gave me, not by myself, but incorporating other women like you. In Witati, we have 3 groups of women. We call the women of today, that's my generation. And then we have Witati next generation, which is yours. And then the 11-year-old and the 5-year-old are the daughters of destiny. And we have to minister to each other so that no generation, there will be no gap between us, so that the empowerment will continue, so that our families will be made whole as a result. Because when a woman is disenfranchised, when a woman is disillusioned, everything about her life is in shambles. So, but what we need to do is, again, like I said, we got to fight for our own.
Donc, c'est que comme je dis, nous devons nous battre pour nous-mêmes.
So we need to pull our women together on a regular basis.
Nous devons
so we
vraiment
can
prendre
empower
les femmes
them.
ensemble et les fortifier
So we can empower them
et les
to
encourager
let them understand that leaving your husband is not a form of empowerment unless he's abusing you.
et leur faire comprendre que quitter ton mari n'est pas une forme d'encouragement, à moins qu'il est en train de t'abuser.
Yeah, because what if you are the person God has chosen to bring the wealth into the family?
Peut-être que tu es la personne que Dieu a décidé que tu seras en train de bénir la famille financièrement.
That's right. So
Amen.
the fact that you are the one that God has chosen.
Si c'est Dieu qui t'a choisi pour amener la finance dans la maison,
Yeah, when 2 people come together,
quand 2 personnes viennent ensemble,
one would do better than the other, literally
un
speaking. But
fera mieux que l'autre.
in the eyes of God, you're still one, and you must keep it that way.
Mais
as well.
devant les yeux de Dieu, vous êtes un et il veut que vous restiez un.
Exactly. And my husband is my best friend.
Et mon mari est mon meilleur ami.
So I recommend that we continue the dialogue so that we can bring about change.
Et donc je recommande qu'on continue ce dialogue juste pour qu'on amène un changement.
I think that's the most deserved.
Amen. Sister Margaret, can we clap for Sister Margaret?
Wow, how powerful that is.
It is true.
Wow, that's very powerful. So, beside here in America and other countries that you have mentioned, you went back home to also minister to them as well?
Definitely. In fact, we're going October this year to Nigeria and Cameroon. And early next year is Gambia and Sierra Leone. Because you see, you have to minister. You know, charity begins at home. Africa has a lot of issues. But as a woman, it would be unconscionable for me to forget the women that I left behind. Some of them don't even know me, but they don't need to know me. We're all seeking for the same things in life. That is that protection. Every girl, no girl wants to be taken advantage of by a man just because she cannot fend for herself. But when you educate a woman, like next year, our conference, the theme of our conference is called To Educate a Woman is to Change the World. It is better to educate a girl than to fix a woman. If we can pick up these little girls that very early on in life, and let them know their father's name may not be the name of a president of a certain country, but their father's name is God Almighty. And if they can understand the importance of believing in the God that made them and not allow another person to intimidate them, and educate them that they can have a talent that we can encourage so they can earn their own living, so they will not subject themselves to prostitution, to abuse, domestic abuse, which often comes because those girls are forced to marry at a certain age. Those girls are forced to go with those men because they need money to take care of themselves. It will come from education. I cannot overemphasize it. Education is important. And the women, we must be each other's keeper. We get so self-centered. If me and my girls are okay, I don't care about you and your family. We need to change that mentality. That's what I love about America. You saw some of the white women here earlier who are helping at this event. They don't have to do that. Most African people were not selfless. We're very self-centered. But all of that we can change one sister at a time. I just think change, constructive and true change, will come from women, but we must embrace each other.
Hi, my name
Hi.
is Clotilde. Hi, Mrs.
Latia?
Clotilde.
Clotilde, nice to meet you.
Yes.
Yes.
First of all, this is Margaret.
Yes, dear.
I would like to congratulate you
Thank you
as
so
an
much.
immigrant and woman and single mother living
Yes.
in this country.
Yes.
I was just very amazed and impressed to
Thank
hear
you so
about
much.
you. You motivate me so much.
Oh, I'm very grateful.
Besides
It's my
that,
pleasure.
and also I brought my daughter, but she just left, and she was so thrilled to hear
Yes.
you and the other speakers
Okay.
before.
Yes.
My question for you will be, I never heard about you, and I'm so grateful that through a friend, Miss
Yes.
Leticia, who
Yes.
brought us here,
Yes.
we met you.
Yes.
Do you offer training?
Yes.
And how do you offer the
Yes.
training, and where it is, and
Sure.
how does it cost? And
Yes.
this is
Definitely. I mean, God is an awesome God. I paid my dues in the society and still paying. When he called me and said, Sister Margaret, we need you. As a matter of fact, he just said it. I don't know if he might have been saying it. When he came here about 12 years ago, my husband and I, we were really, really struggling at the time, but you got to be your brother's keeper. I don't know how we met, but we invited him to our home. My husband got some clothes and we gave him whatever we had, and they try to help him the best way we can. You just never know, because the whole thing comes full circle. The point of the matter is, if we don't find a forum to solve our problem, we can be pointing fingers in this direction to that kingdom come is never going to change as a people. The question he asked me really is the reason. You see, it's not bad to be angry. You see, to be angry is not a bad thing. It's what you channel your anger to is the issue. When I get upset about something, it's time to do something about it. I found out that there are so many women organizations, but they do not address the issues of African women. Then I don't blame them, because we must participate in our own rescue. It's a thing. It was sad for me, but I'm somebody who thrives in the midst of every obstacle. When I started the organization, the primary channel, the people I attended were African women, but they were nowhere to be found. They would ask me, is there a party? I'm like, party? I'm not kidding. I'm like, are we a bunch of fools so we cannot function and listen to something that can change our lives? You follow me? So the point is, but when God gives you the vision, he'll give you the provision, but you have to be able to be long-suffering. Believe and hold on and know that when that appointed hour comes, he will make a way. It is only now that African women are coming. And I'm telling them, they'll say, oh, I got to work. I'm going to work today. I don't have time. I don't want to listen to anything. They'll go from work. They'll carry their dress clothes to go to party at night. Repeat the same cycle over and over. And they're smelling crayfish and nothing changes. And that's when America. You see, after I speak, you may hate me or love me, I don't care. I'm not contesting for anything. But I got to, I love you too, but I got to stand for the truth. I could have come up here and said something flowery and we leave. I can't live like that, because we have a real issue and we have a real problem. And the straight answer to it is through the grace of God. My American sisters and other cultures began to come, before I speak back grammar here, they began to come to the aid. Now we have local programs, we have national programs, and I have some brochures and cards here. What we do, we connect. It is a new day. I'm available. I don't do a 9 to 5, not in a bad way. I went years without earning a penny in my name. It didn't matter to me, because I know what I wanted. I decided that I'm going to suffer for as many years as possible so I can be free for the rest of my life. Because those who always say, I'm going to work, at the end of the day, they still can't pay their bills. But there is a vision and a talent God is giving them. They're ignoring it, thinking they're making money. Don't make me say the wrong thing in here. But anyways, the bottom line is that we can work on it. We have programs already. Whether the women dealing with domestic abuse or you have a talent. If once I know your talent, I can tell you how you can brand it, especially in America.
What advice or something can you tell to those men out there who feel so scared that if their women are smarter than them, mean they will become like American women, they will start living them, talking to them anyway, anyhow, because their women are smart? What can you say about that?
See, first of all, I think it's wrong for them to think that American women are one way or the other. Every woman needs dignity and honor. Just because an African woman will take an abuse and an American woman will not take an abuse doesn't make it, one way or the other. What it is that most of the men that do that to their women are insecure. Is a form of insecurity. When a man is secure in himself, he should not be intimidated by having a strong woman in his life, because the strong woman is what's going to help him. If you get married to a woman that is weak, it's because you're suppressing her. If you suppress, it means that you're insecure in yourself. And you see, a man is as strong as his wife is. If a man maltreats his wife, then he's maltreating himself and he's weaker than he thinks. The best way to exert power is by exerting it to where you elevated as a result of how you've exerted power, whereby now you're not seen as the weakest link. That's a little deep. You can, if you have power and you exert it in such a way that it comes across negative, then you are the weaker person. Just because you have physical power that you're pushing somebody down doesn't make you strong or powerful. It means that you are the weaker person, even though you have the physical hand to try to hit somebody. So my advice to the men is, please embrace the women in your lives. They could be the blessing, they could be the bridge that will get you to where you want to go. Encourage her in the talent. That's what my husband John Drake has done for the past 27 years. Go ahead.
Yes, one of the questions is because when you come here, a different culture, you have children and they blend into the culture and they forgot. Even because we as a parents working all the time, we don't have time to talk to them and to say your real culture, your real identity. It's being an African first before being an American. And I was so impressed by you, and I don't want to be egoist, but I'm thinking about my daughter. I say, what a powerful woman. She can, sometimes the kids listen better to somebody else.
Now, it takes one to know one. I commend you so much for it. And we're going to work together. For when you are a foreigner, what gives me courage is that if you go down in the annals of history in America, literally everybody is a foreigner in America. It's a question of when you got here or when your great-grandparents come here. So when somebody is telling you something negative about yourself, it will only affect you if you allow it. You follow me? You see, America is the land of the free. For the fact that you got here, you got to free yourself from that, whatever mentality that you have locked up because of where you came from. When you're here, you've got to kind of shake it off. Even when people say they don't understand you, they say you have an accent, say, do you have a pen so I can write what I meant?
Hallelujah.
You follow me? Don't let other people, because inferiority is a state of mind. And if you allow people to infiltrate the way you should be to you, and then you hide in the corner, you're not lesser than anybody. You follow me? Unless you tell yourself that I am the person that I am. And you can, it doesn't matter. I didn't choose where I was born. So don't make me feel like you're better than me, because you're not. You just got started before I did, but watch out, because I'm coming.
Amen. Amen. Ooh, can we clap for Sister Margaret?
Thank you so much. I'm over there. I have some of my books there. If you all want to come out and get some and support, that's wonderful. And the cards are here, my business card and the brochure. And those of you that are interested in coming to the conference next year, you got to come out. Amen. If you don't change what you do, there's nothing that will change about your life. Amen. 3 things in life, and I'm going to shut up and go because I just talk 24/7. For the past 27 years, and because of that, God is using my talent to bless our whole family. He works, He does the thing, but He's there to support me every day in everything that I do. Most African men cannot understand it because they are still with the archaic ways of being and doing. Those are then, this is a new day. Embrace the women in your life that are strong, as long as the woman is not disrespecting you as the head of the household. Don't hold her back because of insecurity. If you treat the woman nice, she's not going anywhere, and she'll respect you more than when you mistreat her. And the fact you oppress her does not mean that she's okay with it. One day she will get up. African women are beginning to get divorced more than ever. It's not so much because they are in America. It's because in America there is freedom for people not to take abuse from anybody. But in Africa they don't have a choice. That's more or less what the problem is, not American women, because America had told the women, don't let any man abuse you. So in Africa, it's okay in some places for men to treat their women anyhow, but America does not tolerate it, and the women in America know that. So the women from Africa who are here now, I say, wait a minute, so it means if this man slaps me, I don't have to take it. You follow me? It's a revelation that is happening, not that it's a new day in that regard. America does not tolerate it. So the African woman who would have taken that laying down in Africa, now is in America, say, you don't have to smack me when I did nothing to you. I'm here to help you and to support you and for us to be one. But you're gonna slap me because I went out with my girlfriend, because I didn't come and make your bed by the time you called me. I can't take it, I get out of it. So we need to visit that issue. We need to hold that conversation so we can help both the men and the women, because what we're looking for is a unified family. You've got to push for change, okay? There will never be change without change. There will never be change without challenge. There will never be change without sacrifice. Mark those. If you want change, embrace those 3 factors and do it. Connect with us on Facebook, facebook.com/Rutati. Thank you so much and God bless.
Hallelujah.
I want to see you guys in March next year.
Sister Margaret, I think I'll vote for you for President of Nigeria. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Thank you so much. There's a lot that's coming. Oh, this Saturday, this Friday, our organization is receiving an award at because we live in PG County, Prince George's County Economic Development Corporation is giving my organization an award.
Amen.
It's called Gateway to Prince George's County Economic Development Corporation Gateway to Africa Business 2013 Award.
Amen.
I'm telling you, if you wash your hand, you're down with the kings and queens. You just have to believe. When people say no, say, who are you talking to me? Because I don't hear no, you follow me? And the Maryland Daily Record is also nominated me for Innovator of the Year Award.
Amen.
I didn't even know those things are there. I just refuse that nobody can stop me. No amount of rejection stops me. No amount of disappointment. The more disappointed I get, the stronger I get. Amen. If you reject me, I go back and regroup and come back again. That's why I'm indefatigable and nobody can stop the hand of work in the Lord in my life. Thank you so much. I hope I've inspired 1 or 2 of you.
Amen. 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 Wow.
I want to make a little announcement. Our next International Women Conference is scheduled for March 2014 on the 21st and the 22nd. I encourage the women, if they can afford to come out, to come and listen so they can learn new ways of being and doing and how they can improve their lives, their families, and the society as a whole. Because the vision now is that the women will lead the way. That's what's happening. We must encourage each other. And when they come to that conference, and I'm hoping that Chanalafrica is going to partner with us so we continue to bring this news, and so they can tell us where we need to go next to help the women that are hurting the most.